So what's up everyone? Here we have the Lenovo. It's almost like in the S series, like the S145. I don't think this is really an S145. So I'm just going to take out the hard drive to make sure we don't damage that in the process of trying to fix the board. So yeah, problem with this one is dead. No life, no power, nothing, no light, just dead. So yeah, I just took off the cover. Yeah, and there's no name written on it, it's just Windows TA approved. Yeah, if you check the front also, we have nothing. No name, no model, just Lenovo. So I'm sure as we fix it, we're going to have a look at the board and see the board number on it. At least we will know that way. Anyways, so let's plug in the charger. Let's try to check the voltage on the charger. And we have nothing. There's nothing on the DC in check. Just nothing. It's changing up and down. I don't know if it's here there. Okay, then we put it on the DC check. Try to make it okay, so there is the DC in check. So take a look at the multimeter there. It keeps changing. One up and down, up and down. So this is pretty much most likely it's a dead MOSFET or something. Like something was broken from there, but it looks like it's like a chip which goes to the Ethernet. It's there, you can see the marks there. Something was definitely taken from there. But anyways, I don't think that affects the laptop from powering on or off. Besides, if it was taken off most likely by someone who was trying to fix it as a dead laptop. So let's take the board off from the frame, take off the battery and the other stuff, at least so that we can have a clearer view of what it is that we're fixing. Perhaps we'll be having a much clearer view with the board out. So let's take off that guy. Yeah, when you're taking these ones off, you need to be careful. Because a lot of times now that I've kind of broken this flexi while trying to take it out. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really a mistake, but it's just being careless, being in a rush. So you need to be calm, at least take it out nicely without damaging it. So there we go. Try to take the board off. This really looks easy to take out. Either it's an easy board to take out or someone has taken this out before. And judging by the broken chip there, I would assume that someone already tried to take this thing out. Anyways, let's see what it is that we're dealing with. For some reason this hinge is stiff. Okay, there we go. So it's a Lenovo EG431/EG532. Let me just Google that out and see what we find. EG431. EG431. They just say it's an IDF 330. So yeah, there we go. Basically it's an EG431. So let's try to see what we have on the board. First of all, we might have wasted time taking out the board. Maybe the charger doesn't even work. Let's try to find out what voltage we have on the charger before we waste time and probably damage some more stuff which is not even damaged. So cool. I think that we have nothing on the charger. There we go. So the charger is giving us 21.6 volts, which is really weird. I haven't seen a charger which is at 21 volts. When it's 19, 18, or 20, yeah, if it's a Lenovo, yeah, 20 is it's kind of normal for a Lenovo to have 20 volts. At 21, I don't trust the charger at all. Yeah, output says it's a 20 volt charger, but it's giving out 21 volts, so something is definitely wrong there. Most likely the charger caused damage on the laptop. You know how the charger that's rated for 20 volts is giving out 21 volts. Let me just try to short the output of the charger. And there's no spark, there's nothing. Something weird is going on with this charger. There, now we're getting 20.4 volts. Yeah, so the charger is definitely fine. There we go, 20.4 volts. So yeah, at least we know the charger is fine. Now we check the board. So since we were not getting any power coming in, I'll just jump straight into continuity mode and try to find if something has a short on it. There's the inrush limiter or something like that would be giving us a short. Let me try to bring you guys close at least so that you can see what's going on. So that is the DC inject over there, and that would be the positive pin. So now we're in continuity mode, and we don't have a short in the DC inject. Try to check the small guys over there. Now short. The first MOSFET inrush limiter there, and there's nothing outside. No short, short. Ah, there you go. We do have a short. On the main power there is a short. Which probably explains why we don't have power coming in. But under normal circumstances, you would expect, there we go, a little bit more clear now. You would really expect power to get in, like maybe up to the first inrush limiter, but in this case there's nothing at all. And if you measure there by the DC inject, you'd be getting 0 volts, which we have a short there on the output of the second inrush limiter. Try to avoid anyways, let's go with it there. We do have a short. It's a clear short. So there you go, and that's the main power over there, which we have a short in the main power. So to fix this, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take this guy out, the resistor there. And we take this resistor out, then we find out whether the short is before or it's after the resistor. If it's after, we fix after. If it's before, it's our luck, because it will be most likely an easy fix. But if it's after the resistor, it will be really difficult, because now the short can be anywhere around the board. Literally anywhere, because you have the main power all over the board. All over the board, it's there. Let's fire up the watch here. Fire up the soldering iron as well. So here we go. We just have to add a little bit of paste there. At least it doesn't give us hard time blowing off. I'm missing something. I'm missing something really important. I'm going to put this underneath the board so that it will be in my desk. There you go. just need to heat up around the board first. The board is hot enough, it doesn't give you a challenge. Okay, there we go, it's out now. So basically there, so it doesn't get lost. Okay. Okay, so now that the resistor is off there, we can check whether our short is after or it's before. What's going on now? It's not here. I think I have to change the probes. After all, they're actually big. They're not even good for probing on small spaces. There we go. So in the main powder we don't have a short. This is our luck. Because there in the main powder we don't have nothing. We have a short. There. It's not there. The short is somewhere there. So to find the short now, if you take a look at this, we don't have a short there. So before this MOSFET, the second inrush limiter, we don't have a short. But after it, we now have a short. So I would assume that if we take off this MOSFET, we can find our gate component there. Although that is just out of the case that we only have two caps there, this cap and that cap. But it could be the MOSFET itself, and it could also be this guy, who I'm not sure where exactly is located. Let me just try to move that place up. Maybe I'll be able to see a little bit more clear. I think whether it's actually connected to that power rail or not. So yeah, it looks like it is. Take a look there. This tractor there coming to this guy. And from there, it seems to be coming from underneath the board because of those dots around there. Those dots, they show that it's coming from underneath, so it can't be, it might not. So I wouldn't worry about this guy. I would be concerned about these two caps. This guy and that guy over there. These two have got an issue. They are most likely the ones which are bent, or maybe the MOSFET itself. So yeah, we could jump straight into voltage injection, or we could just take these two guys off. So I'm just gonna take the guys off randomly. I think it saves time. Yeah, it saves time. Let's see that now. This one here. Okay, so we're just going to take the two caps off, these two. So now you just need to heat up the place a little bit. Just need to heat up a bit, and then we can take it off. Now. Go to the second one. Well, let's first deal with them one by one. At least that way we get to know who is damaged and who is not. So yeah, you would have to wait for the board to cool down and measure. But if you are an eager beaver like me, you really ignore that. Although it's not wise to ignore it. So we still have our shot. So it wasn't that cap. It wasn't that cap at all. So it seems like we're back into the same, into removing more components. So the thing is, with voltage injection, you don't have to remove components, all of them. With voltage injection, you just have to put jumper leads there, one on ground and one on the positive where you have a short circuit. And then you set up your voltage and your current accordingly to the power rail. That way you get to fix the short quicker, because it will point you straight to the damaged component. Let's check this guy from the board now. There, it's out. Let's check for our short. Hopefully the short is disappeared now. If not, we are doomed. There we go. We don't have a short anymore. That's the main power, and that's our source of the main power coming from the second inrush limiter. So I'm quite sure if we plug in the charger right now, we will find our 19 volts, a healthy dose of 19 volts. There we go. There we go. For some reason the charger is back to 21 volts. But anyways, now we do have our 21 volts there. That's on the DC injector, we do have the 21 volts. So we follow it to the first inductor there. We still have our 21 volts. After it, we do have our 21 volts. For the first inrush limiter, we have our voltage. And then after the first inrush limiter, still have our voltage. To the second inrush limiter, we still have our voltage outside of it. There we go. So now we can put back the two caps. Not the same ones. I would advise changing and putting new caps, because most likely if one was damaged, you can cause another one. Then the other one is closed. So you will fix the board, and at the end of the day, it's the same problem again. So at least now we start replacing the components. We'll start with the resistor, which is took off first. There we go. Then, yes. to check it short. And we don't have a short. We don't have a short. So now we have to find a replacement for that cap. Although in most cases I would just leave the cap. I wouldn't replace the cap. I would not worry about it at all. I'm just going to find a donor board, which is an HP. There we have the cap size. So it's wise to always know which cap you're putting and why you're putting it. So as for me myself, I don't really know. You can measure caps, of course, yeah. You would need a schematic diagram which will tell you which cap was because of course if you measure a dead cap right now, you will give us a misleading result. So if you measure from if we refer to the schematic diagram, we will know which cap we're supposed to put, and then we just find from the donor board a cap which matches those criteria. Anyways, let's check this cap over here now. I doubt these caps are damaged. I'm sure this board has quite a problem with the main power letting is short. So I just have to remove it from the board. Then we will know. Now let's try to move it off. There we go. Now it's out. Oh. That was a lot of time wasted. Now let's put it back. Where was it? Over there. So I'm supposed to replace the cap over there. Let's go. Usually if you're dealing with caps and resistors, most of the times you want to reduce your airflow, because it usually results in these components being blown off. You end up stuck on the same spot. Okay. Let's check for that short. And we're still under the shot. So just wait for the board to cool down, and then we will plug in the charger and find out exactly what's going on. Although I'm sure this board is now fixed, unless there's something else now which is damaged. You never know. Whoever was trying to fix it, what they did to the board, yeah, those things you can't assume. You find out when you are now dealing with the board. It is going to take just a few minutes, under 5 minutes, the board is going to cool down. then we can work on it. Okay, let's plug in the charger. It's cool enough now. We have a light. And it's off. So I'm quite sure. Then it's on. We do have a light. As you can see, we have a light there. So yeah, that's it. The board, as far as we're concerned, is fixed. So now we just need to plug it in and see if we're going to boot or not. Frame thing. Plug in the board and see what we have now. Now let's assemble back the piece. Put back the battery as well. The keyboard is necessary because the power button is on the keyboard, if I'm not mistaken. And that's basically the new design now. They put the power button on the keyboard for a reason which I don't know, but I'm sure the manufacturer knows. It's obvious they know these things way better than us. Well, I won't speak for everyone. For me, they know way better than me. So I'm sure they know why they are putting it that way. It used to be easy back in the day whereby you fix a board. To switch it on, you don't need the entire thing back again, so that you can just switch it on. It's a bit ridiculous if you come to think of it. So back then you just needed to have the port and the power button, and then you fix it anyway. You check it quite easy. Now it's a different story. Like in the battery and plug in the charger. There we have a flashing orange light which shows the battery is flat. showing an almost empty battery. But if you check on the screen, you have a display. The PC is back. It's now working. No boot device, default boot device missing, or boot manager failed, blah blah blah. That's just because of the hard drive. We need to find the hard drive, which is right next here. Plug it in, and from here onwards we just assemble the PC and we close it. It's fixed, as you can see. So I don't know. I think this PC is going to work the Ethernet anymore, because without that chip over there, with that guy missing, Ethernet is doomed. I come to think of it, was using Ethernet with a laptop now. Everyone is using Wi-Fi. It becomes so difficult to just do USB-T that makes quite as easy and straightforward as an Ethernet. But yeah, Wi-Fi is the way to go these days. So the cover. Close the screws now. So if you might have noticed, my videos usually start with the board already open. Yeah, that's because I want to waste time like opening the PC up. Time consuming. Also considering my resources, it's a little bit straining to start the video from a point where I'm opening the screws, even to a point where I have to assemble it like this. That is a different story. I think those were just the screws we had on this thing. I obviously have to find more screws for the customer now, because they were, wherever they were fixing this PC, it came back with missing screws. So you see there, a lot of screws are missing. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws missing. So let's raise this guy up. There we go. Orange light. Power on. There we go. Camera off the position now. There we have it. Lenovo. It's a working PC. Yeah, and it's going to take time to load, because that's an HD, it's not even an SSD. If it was an SSD, it was going to be quite fast. Every time it wastes my time when it's booting up. It takes a lot of time. There we go. It's on now. We have a working PC. Beautiful display and the working keyboard. There we have it. Yeah, and I don't even know, would that part is it's much clearer with the light on. So yeah, that's just about it. With the dead laptop, like I've highlighted in most of my videos, you just need to check starting from you start from the inrush limiters. DC inject, that's where you get your 19 volts. From there you go to the inrush limiter, from the first one to the second one, and then we jump into the main power rail. So yeah, the main power rail will usually be having a resistor before you go there. Yeah, so you can take it off, you can keep it on as you are working. Yeah, so that's it. We have a working laptop. Thanks for watching. See you in another video.